The other day I was at work and I was talking to my friend and I was sharing a story with her about um one of the guys that I've been dating, about how well he treats me. And I told her, I said, um, it's just so new, it's just a breath of fresh air. And she made the comment to me, see, that's why it's important for girls to have their dads. And I've heard this comment a lot, right? Like, I've heard this before. I've preached this to my children's fathers. I've heard it before. But she said that to me, and for whatever reason, I could not process it. Like, she kept talking, but I just kept hearing her say, that's why girls should be treated well by their fathers. That's why girls should be treated. Like, I just kept hearing that. I couldn't process it. Like, my heart got full, my neck got tight. I wanted to bust out crying because in my mind, I'm sitting here thinking, like, imagine if my father treated me so well that all the people after that were so, like, the behaviors that they showed were so foreign to me that I just wouldn't go for it. Like, imagine being treated well, so well by your father, that when a man don't open doors, won't plan dates, like, just isn't chivalrous, has no clue of what it is to be a man or a young man, that it was just so foreign to you that you just like, I ain't doing that. I was so full, I was about to cry because I realized, like, I knew I didn't have it, but I realized then, like, I did not have that. And I probably would have never went through or dated any other men that I ran into when I was a child or a young adult or even as a grown woman. Y'all, I had tears in my eyes. Like, I could not hold, and I'm trying to run away from them because I really don't like for people to see me crying. I don't really like that. Like, if I could go cry and get myself together and come back, I'm gonna do that. But I could not. Like, I was stuck in the area where I was and I could not get away from her. But and it had me thinking for a few days. I laid in the bed the other night and I thought about just me as a 16-year-old. If I would have had somebody to instill in me what self-love was, what self-care was, like all the things that I know now, I had no business talking to my son's father. I had no business talking to him and dating him, because even though he was like a year older than me, if he would have had a role model, he would have been a better person. All the things I seen at home, all the things he seen at home, that's pretty much what we were mimicking. So we thought, like, this is okay, this is normal. But if I would have had my father to instill something worth anything when it came to, like, the opposite sex, something would have went off in my head. Like, this kid is 18, he ain't working, he really don't have any get up and go about himself. And I can say that now because my son is 18. My son is making, I done put him in position, he's making $19.50 an hour. He's going to school. Like, he graduated this year, but he has some get up and go about himself. He has some respect. He's chivalrous. So it can be done. I know it can be done because I've done it. But back then, I didn't know what that looks like as a kid. But I still had no business talking to and being with that guy. In the same breath, I can't even recall nobody saying, like, you need to leave him alone. Like, having any kind of talk with me about anything. Or to try to give me reasoning of why you should leave him alone. This is what a male looks like. You know, that's about business. Like, because mostly everybody that was surrounding me, they was running in and they had the same kind of men. But I've really been working on trying to forgive myself when I didn't know any better. And y'all should too. But it's really hard. And as a parent, it's even harder to be somebody that you've never seen before or never been. So what I mean by that is, it's really hard for me to be a really great role model, a really great influencer, a really great mom, when I didn't have a really great mom, a really great role model. Like, I didn't really have somebody that influenced me to the point where it got to my mind like this was a normal thing. Like, affirmations, self-love. Like, I did not have that. But it's really hard to be somebody that you were never shown. But one thing I have taught my children is to give me grace, to give their dad grace, to give their grandparents grace, because a lot of us are going off of things and we had no role model for it. Some of us are trying to be better than what we were shown, but some of us are just mimicking what was shown to us.